You ever freeze so bad you start to think the world's out to get you? Not just the cold hell. I'm used to that, but the people who are supposed to have your back, they're the first ones to turn on you the second you let your guard down. Let me tell you, nothing wakes you up faster than finding a bright orange ticket stuck to your window while your truck's chugging away just keeping you alive. Yeah, that was me. I'm Martin Kessler, snowplow guy out in western Wyoming. Not the fancy kind, not the guy in commercials. Just the fella everyone calls when the drifts hit 5 feet and no one else wants to get out of bed. My truck's called Ember, but she's more scars than paint at this point. And I'll be honest, that day when it hit minus 17 degrees, not wind chill, I mean real air so cold your nose hairs snap. I'd been out loading salt for the east parking lot. My hands were burning, my breath icing my eyebrows, and all I did was leave the engine running. 12 minutes. That's it. I come back around the corner, see that HOA citation, bright orange, bold letters, unauthorized engine idling. Fine, $125. I actually laughed out loud. Must be a joke, I said, because really, what kind of person finds the guy saving your parking lot from turning into a skating rink? But you know, that's how these things start. A little jab, see if you flinch. The first card they play before the real game begins. You know that saying about never pick a fight with the quiet ones? That's me. I used to work for the county prosecutor's office back before my knees gave out and snow became my life. 8 years sniffing out fraud, chasing construction kickbacks, all the dirty games folks play when they think no one's watching. I left that behind when I started my plow company. Thought I was done with the games. Turns out the games weren't done with me. It all really shifted when the new HOA board took over last fall. President Madison Luer, she arrived with her clipboard smile like she was bracing for a root canal straight from some sunny Arizona suburb. First, it was small stuff, changing the gate codes, nagging about my guys using gas blowers instead of battery ones. But then came that idling ticket. And the wall of silence after. Try calling the board. You get a voicemail saying, please submit your concerns in writing. Yeah, sure. So I drive right up to the so-called community office ticket still plastered to the window. Madison's just locking up her SUV redcoat clipboard wedged under her arm. I say, you know I was about to plow your parking lot, right? She barely glances at me. Idling's a violation of policy. Residents have complained about air quality. Air quality? She's saying this with her own exhaust puffing behind her. She tells me further violations might void my contract, then walks off. I didn't chase after her. Didn't even raise my voice. But something inside me said, all right, if this is how they want to play it, I'll play. Next couple days I did my job except the east lot. Left it alone. My contract had a clause about safe and reasonable operating conditions and threatening to void my job over engine safety. That wasn't reasonable. I figured I'd let the snow speak for me. Didn't take long. By day 4, my phone's buzzing, lots iced over. My sedan's stuck. Thanks, HOA. Not a single message from the board. Just neighbors folks who'd seen me dig out driveways at 4 a.m. for years. But I said nothing. Let the ice do the talking. Then came the fundraiser. Fancy winter gala at the clubhouse, full formal. I drove by that night, saw cars slipping and spinning, a Honda stuck sideways, people in dresses and suits trying to tiptoe across a parking lot that was basically a sheet of glass. I watched from down the block, just another face in the dark, thinking, yeah, this is about more than snow. That night I dug out my old trail cam, bolted it to a pine tree, pulled my red spiral notebook from back when I worked fraud cases. Because you see, this wasn't about idling. It was a setup. A couple days later, I get a message from Leo, old board treasurer. He slides a flash drive across a diner table, tells me, you didn't get this from me. I open it that night, snow service invoices for companies that don't exist. Payments for storms that never happened. Shell corporations, names like Twin Pines Storm Group, Winter Haven Services, ghosts on paper. The real punchline. The week they claimed $4,400 for emergency services, I was the only one who touched a shovel. I start seeing the pattern. I'm getting fined because I don't play along, I'm not in the club. And suddenly I'm not just angry, I'm curious. I start plowing through records, cross-referencing storm dates, city plow logs. None of it lines up. It gets worse. They lock me out. One morning I roll up to the south gate. There's a new chain keypad, no notice. Just locked out of the job I've done for 6 years. I radio my crew. Get ready for blowback. Start filming everything, timestamp 2 backup drives. I file complaints, city code violations, even hand-deliver notices, taping them to the glass door of the empty office while the wind nearly knocks me over. And you know what? No one cares. Not the board, not Madison. But the residents start talking. And so do a few people with more to lose than me. Leo hands over more. Then Michelle Rayner, local paralegal, tough as nails, joins in. I show her what I've got. Ask, is this breach of fiduciary duty? Civil fraud? She's quiet, then says, "You willing to testify?" I say. Damn right. Not long after, I catch Madison with a strange white truck, no markings. Utah plates, handing off an envelope. I film the whole thing. Illegal subcontracting. It's all there on camera. And the east lot. Finally, nature does what the board never would. Water main bursts under the ice, floods the utility room. Power goes out. You know who they call me. I don't pick up. I text, file claim, let them sit with it. Sit. But it's not enough. They retaliate, official complaint, certified letter, contract review, pending all that. I start FOIA requests. Dig up old county records. Every stone I turn over has more rot beneath it. Payments rerouted through a personal account under Lurie Management Services. Her name, her brother's name, their signatures. Pattern of racketeering, Michelle says. We file this right, you can freeze her accounts by spring. Then a break. Carl, an older man, calls me up. Check the clubhouse remodel budget from last year. It's fishy. I dig into building permits ledgers. Yep, they'd padded costs, laundered fake snow invoices through remodel bills. It's so old school, it's almost lazy. But the kicker, the golden ticket, comes from Leo again. 2 contracts, both signed by Madison, both granting seasonal hazard services to a shell company with her brother as project lead. That's it. Case closed. We escalate publicly, legally. I draft a statement, send it to the local paper. Front page maps, quotes, trail cam photos. And suddenly people are paying attention. Residents start checking their own bills. Whispers turn to grumbles. Then someone tips me off the HOA redrew maps, claimed land they didn't own. I dig out my old surveyor's map, go stomping through the snow, find the easement marker. They've been finding me, locking me out on a lot I still have legal rights to service. They didn't just cut me out, they trespassed on my easement. We file a new claim, trespass breach, unjust enrichment. The local paper runs the story, side by side maps. The snow lot they didn't own. By then the town's holding meetings at the diner, forming watch groups. Madison goes silent, skips board meetings, but tries one more trick. Forms a new LLC, signs another bogus snow contract with her brother. We catch it. File to freeze all new contracts. The blizzard hits a real one this time. No plows, no crews, just a wall of white swallowing the entire neighborhood. HOA's stuck. Board members try to dig themselves out with garden shovels. I watch, sip my coffee. The residents, though, they're in trouble. Elderly folks, families, no way out, no meds, no heat. I load Ember with blankets, salt heaters, drive down, and start pulling people in. Not for the board, for the people. Sheriff rolls up, asks if I'm plowing. Not until I get clearance, I say, and he nods. By the time the sun rises, the lot's a graveyard of abandoned cars. The clubhouse is dark. But now it's not just me watching, the law is on it. The DA gets called and criminal investigation starts. The news vans show up, and for once it's not just my face on the line, it's Madison, it's the whole crooked board. You might think this is where I get my big hero moment. Nah. Justice is slow, awkward, never lands with a bang. Madison resigns, disappears. Her brother follows. Civil judgment, assets seized, barred from HOAs forever. The new board gets voted, and real folks stand, from accounting Rebecca, who stood up with her flyer. Michelle runs the legal side, unpaid. Me? I turn down every offer to join. I just want the truth out there. And yeah, the east lot, my old battleground, gets repaved. New sign R62, public easement. No locks, no lies. I sit on a bench nearby some days, watch the kids bike through, neighbors wave. It feels not victorious, but whole. Like something frozen finally thawed. The county makes third-party audits a must. The bylaws change for good. You want to know the lesson in all this? It's simple, but it hits deep. The only way bullies win is if you fight them alone. But if you document everything, keep your boots steady, and build a real community, even knee-deep in snow, they can't beat you. Power's nothing if it melts in the light. So here's what I'll ask you since you made it this far. What would you do? If it was your neighborhood, your money, your safety on the line, would you keep quiet, pay your fine, hope it goes away? Or would you stand up, risk the cold, and dig out the truth even when it costs you? I want to hear your story, your take, because around here justice isn't just about courtrooms. It's about what happens when ordinary folks decide enough is enough. Tell me, where do you draw the line?